Hi, and welcome to Empty Nest Creations. My name is Wendy. Thank you for joining me for my series of IOD One Project Wonders. Today we're working on project number 6. So I picked up this little package of wood at the Habitat for Humanity Restore. This is one of the Home Depot kits that they have for kids. My grandsons do this every first Saturday of every month. I don't know how old this one is, but it says it's a letter box. And so we're going to put this together and then we're going to decorate it. Now it comes with all the nails and things that you'll need. But the nails were splitting the wood, so we're going to go a different route here, and we're going to use some wood glue. And I'm just using the Type Bond Quick and Thick here, and I'm going to use my nail gun to put this together. It took me a minute to figure out how to hold all the pieces with 2 hands. But then I'm just going to use that nail gun to pin it together. And so I'm just following the instructions on how to put this little letter box together. And I'm going to wipe off that excess glue, any of it that's oozing out. You want to get that off before it dries. That way you don't have to worry about doing any sanding or any excess sanding. I will go back and sand all these raw edges to make sure they're smooth before we start painting. So again, this one was a little challenging with only 2 hands. So it just takes a couple of those little brad nails to hold it all together. So once I have it all nailed together, I do go back in, add a little wood filler to fill in all the holes. And then I give it a good sanding. I just took it outside and gave it a good sanding with my orbital sander, just to soften up any of those rough cut edges on the wood. And then we're going to give it a coat of paint. Now this little piece, its original design was to be a letter holder. It does have a little spot on the top where you can hang it on the wall. And my mom came over and looked at my finished piece and was like, oh, that's great for holding your remotes. So it does have multiple purposes. You could use it to hold your remotes, set it beside your couch in the living room and put your TV remotes in it so that you can always find them. You can put it on a table and hold your keys or the little things that you have in your pocket when you come home every day. It'd be great to hold your sunglasses, all kinds of things that you could use this little box for. And we're going to make it pretty. This would have probably been painted red or yellow. When a child did it, it would have been probably some really vibrant colors. but we're going to paint this in this soft green by Fusion. This is an all-in-one paint, so it's got a primer and a top coat in it. The primer is important when you're working on raw wood. And it does self-level, so we don't have to really worry about brush marks. If you let it dry naturally without a heat tool, it will smooth itself out and have a nice smooth finish. So once this is painted, we're going to move on to our next step. And I wanted to just add a little detail to this piece. So we're going to use our fast casting resin, and we're going to use one of the new molds for this season from IOD. We're going to use the Frames 3 mold. And if you're interested in purchasing one of these molds, you can find them on my website, emptynestcreation.com. And I'm going to pour a couple of these because I wasn't really sure which one I wanted to use. So I mixed up enough resin to pour a few of these. These molds do have markings on them that tell you how much resin you'll need for each mold. So it makes it really easy to mix up what you need. So I'm going to pour them in, and I'm just using my little tool here to make sure it gets into all those little details. I had a little extra, so I'm just going to pour it out in here. And let it set. This resin sets up in about 10 minutes, and then it's easy to remove and begin to use it. You can use clay with these molds. I've seen people use hot glue and all kinds of different mediums to cast their molds. So resin dries quickly and it dries hard. So if you're going to have it hanging over the top, or and I considered, hanging that bow over the top of this piece. You want to use a resin. If it's going to be completely on the piece, you can use clay because it's a little more brittle when it's dry. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to paint the frame part of this mold in black, and I'm going to paint the bow in this black paint by Fusion. This is cast iron. And I'm going to give the entire frame and bow 2 good coats of this paint, making sure that all of that white is covered up. And this is just going to be a base coat for some gold paint. And I like to use a dark color under the gold. It just really helps it to show up, and you don't need as many coats of the gold when you use a dark color underneath. And I'm going to give the center of this frame a coat of raw silk by Fusion. This is just a nice creamy white. Now I'm using the Golden Ticket by DIY, and mine got a little separated. So I'm just putting it all in this cup and going to give it a good stir. To make it nice and smooth again. And then we're going to use this Golden Ticket to paint over all of the black. And I'm not going to be real particular about full coverage here. I just give it 1 coat of the Golden Ticket. It's okay if some of that black shows through. That gives it kind of a vintage aged look. And this would work with any gold paint. I'm just using what I have on hand. So I'm going to set that aside to dry. And once it's dry, we're going to come in and we're going to use some transfers. And I'm going to use this pretty pink floral from the Marche de Fleurs transfer book. And I'm just going to cut that to the size, and we're going to add that to the center of our frame. And then we're going to come in with some of this triple thick glaze. I picked this up at Hobby Lobby, and I'm just giving this a nice thick coat. I'm using my palette knife to apply this, and I'm just smoothing it out, making sure it gets to those edges, right up to the edges there. And then I will set this aside and let it dry. I was going for kind of a really glossy glass-like look, and I did get the glossy, but it dried a little lumpy. So I'm not super happy with this product. I am looking for something that will dry a little smoother. And I'm thinking of using some of the resin the next time. But for the front of our box, we're going to come in and use some of the other transfers from the Marche de Fleurs book. And we're just going to add some decoration to the front of our box here. So I'm going back and forth trying to decide which flower I want in the background. And I decided I wanted this kind of peachy, creamy one in the background. So I'm going to put it down first. And then we'll put the pink one on top of that. And these transfers adhere really well to this fusion paint. So you just rub with your stick and lift that cover sheet as you go. And then I just rub over it with that cover sheet to make sure that it's all adhered down really well. Now we're trying to decide where to put our butterfly. We're going to put him right here in this top corner. And then once he is on, we're going to put a top coat on, and this project will be complete. So again, I'm going to use the Fusion's Tough Coat to give this a sealer. You do want to seal your transfers in, and you can do that with a liquid top coat like this, or you can do it with a wax or a spray sealer. You just want to seal it in and make sure to protect those transfers. This one's finished. What do you think about this project? I love the way it turned out. Like I said earlier, it has multiple uses. There's just so many opportunities to use this box. You can stick it on a shelf and put some florals in it. Like I said, you can use it to store your remotes. It's a great little storage piece. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave me a comment below and let me know what you think about this one project wonder. And I will see you all in the next video.